An introvert is a person who needs to spend time alone to re-energize after a social situation. Introverts make up approximately 50% of the Western population. Introverts are required to perform in a society that rewards extroversion. For example, introverts need to put on an extroverted face in the education system, particularly in high schools and colleges. Praise and honors are given to the outgoing, bubbly, socializing extroverted students, while the introverted students' pursuits are given little recognition. Adolescents need to find a way to normalize acting out of character. They need to fake extroversion until it becomes second nature. This can be connected to Gotzinger's black bag experiment in 1968. In this study, a student went to school every day for an entire semester wearing just a plastic garbage bag. Over the course of the semester, this behavior became normalized by the students, who at first thought it was weird, but grew to accept it. This study can be generalized to introverted adolescents because as they learn new skills, like how to conduct small group conversations, these uncomfortable situations can become second nature to them. Stakeholders for this program will be colleges and high schools who value their students' education and want every individual to excel. This can also be funded by state and local governments that see introversion in adolescents as a problem. This problem is extremely relevant to the public education system. Instructors and administrators praise outspoken and confident students, while shy, introverted students are considered weird and withdrawn. This can create an uncomfortable learning environment for the introverted students. Their work is not as likely to be praised even if they are the smartest kid in the room. If students can learn to become comfortable speaking out in class or participants in class conversations, their education would benefit. To give adolescents the tools they need to perform in an extroverted school system, I will be proposing a 6-week-long training program led by my staff to give participants tools to build confidence, downplay shyness, and improve personal success. This program will be held once a week over the weekend for 2 hours at a time for a total of 6 weeks. During the first week, participants will be briefed on everything that will occur over the 6 weeks. Next, they will meet the facilitator of the program who will assess each participant's level of introversion. The group will develop individuals' goals and expectations they wish to achieve during this program. This goal setting will allow participants the opportunity to define what they want out of the workshop. After the first day, they will be sent home with a questionnaire to identify their weak points. During week 2, the facilitator will conduct a discussion about the results of the questionnaire. The group will work collaboratively to help the participants determine what steps/actions they might take to portray extroverted characteristics such as assertiveness. At the end of week 2, they will be sent home with another questionnaire to assess their comfort levels with specific situations. They will also be sent home with a book of power poses that they can practice to increase their confidence or to fake it till they make it. Week 3 of the program will consist of a discussion on the results of the questionnaire and working through the power poses in the handbook. A person's attitude on a given task can affect their behavior. So, this day will include discussions on participants' attitudes on problem situations. The day will also include role-playing scenarios of mock social situations to provide participants an opportunity to practice being in those situations in a safe environment. Also on week 3, participants will examine the goals they set. They will be given material to read at home on traits, behaviors, and characteristics that are stereotypical of introverts. When they return, they will participate in a discussion on whether or not they possess these qualities. Week 4 of the training session will use information from the previous sessions and the traits they identified as possessing the week before. Participants will identify and begin to develop adaptive behaviors and skills. Participants will learn how to communicate, be assertive, be more outgoing, etc. These skills will help participants be more comfortable in social situations. During week 4, participants will be tasked with more mock situations to increase their comfort with social situations. They will also evaluate their process towards the goals they set earlier to ensure that they are on the right track. Week 5 of the program will consist of larger mock trials with larger groups of people. Participants will use the knowledge and skills learned throughout the program to help them with survive and thrive in these large situations. After the scenario is over, participants will complete surveys assessing how the trials went and how they think they can improve. The final week of the program will incorporate feedback from the previous weeks from the participants. They will assess all their goals and determine which ones were met during the program. Participants will list the areas that could be used for improvement. During the last week of the program, participants will be creating long-term and short-term goals to ensure they will be motivated to apply what they have learned in the real world. They should feel more comfortable using the information they learned and applying to social situations. On completion of the program, people will have acquired the skills necessary to interact in stressful situations and have resources that were collected over the 6 weeks course to continue to succeed in an extroverted world. This program will be implemented within high schools and colleges. Schools will advertise the program and pay for prospective participants to come and develop tools to foster faking extroversion. This program is not meant to punish people for being introverts, but allow them to grow in a society that approves of extroverts. The tasks presented in the 6-week program are designed to help with self-reflection and personal goal setting. They are to aid in personal growth. Having this be a personal task will help introverts feel more involved and confident with personal development. Feedback by the end of the program will help the participants to continue using techniques produced throughout the 6 weeks in all future interactions. Being a faux extrovert is a skill that can be developed through this 6 weeks program. Anybody can receive the skills needed to become great. Upon completion of the program, shyness in participants will be reduced. Developing these social skills will show higher rates of self-confidence within the individual.